Hey everybody, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures. We are doing review number 3 from my Game Crafter haul, and it was the second most expensive thing, the Animism Tarot. This is actually the thing that prompted me to make an order on Game Crafter. I've had my eye on this for a little while now, mostly because its art is beautiful. It's gotten some really good reviews on the Eclectic Tarot forum. And just I've seen the images all over the interwebs, and it is absolutely beautiful. The thing that I didn't know was that, and had I known that, I probably would have just ordered on Etsy and avoided spending as much money as I did on Game Crafter. The artist has an Etsy, and you can order copies of the deck from her Etsy. I'll put links to both Game Crafter and her Etsy in the doobly-doo. So yeah, without further ado, here is the deck. It comes, well, here's the box for the deck anyway. It comes in a little tuck box. It's got artwork on all sides, very beautiful. A couple of pictures on the back. It is a 79 card deck. It includes the infamous Happy Squirrel card, which we are super happy about. And then here it is. As you can see, it's the 79 cards. It's decently thick. It doesn't have a title card or a little white book that comes in it. It does come with a printable PDF though, which I did have enough paper to print out that. So it's not too many pages, like 16 I think it was. So totally manageable as far as printing that out is concerned. And again, it's Game Crafter quality, so the cards are a little thinner. But they are still decent cards. I'm actually looking at it. It seems to have a different kind of cardstock than the other cards that I got from Game Crafter. The other cards have like this weird cross-hatchy feel to it, depending on the card you get, but it is still a thin cardstock. Nothing too amazing. But I will say it a third time, you buy from Game Crafter to get decks that otherwise would not be able to be distributed. So, but I feel like this one, if it hasn't been approached, it should be approached by some bigger makers too, just because the artwork is so beautiful. But we'll go over some of my favorite cards. Judgment is one of them. I actually had it in my Feb Tarot favorites as my favorite Judgment card because, I mean, it doesn't look like very judgy on the card, but it's a Siamese cat, and if you've ever run into a Siamese cat, they judge you. They judge you all the time. And then we've got the Queen of Wands is a beautiful foxy. The Ace of Pentacles I absolutely love. You don't often see any kind of, I think that's a jewel beetle, but you don't often see bugs in a tarot deck. The Eight of Swords, which is an octopus. We love him. Love us a good cephalopod. The Three of Swords, this was a sad one, but I like that she doesn't, like, even though it's kind of cutesy animal art, it doesn't shy away from the sadder, slightly more disturbing images. So that's why I wanted to point this one out. You've got the King of Swords for people who love them, a wolf. We've got the Nine of Swords. I actually like this as Nine of Swords. Most of the time when you see a bat in an animal deck, it's going to be the Hangman. And it's kind of like, it's still like, I'm never going to say no to a bat, but I like seeing the bat in a different role aside from Hangman. You've got the Sloth as the Four of Cups. Same thing with sloths. Usually sloths are going to be shown as, oh, and it's not glittery. I don't know why my camera does that, but the cards are not glittery. That's just a trick of the camera right there. But yeah, you usually see sloths as hangmen as well, but I like that it's Four of Cups here. Page of Cups is a platypus. Amazing. Love a platypus. Never ever going to say no to a platypus. You've got a red panda, which is awesome. I don't think I've seen that in a tarot deck yet. As the hermit too, look how pretty that is. And I like how it plays with the idea of the lantern with that little burst of light right there. The death card is absolutely gorgeous. I like how usually, you know, it's change and, you know, something come up, but sometimes the death card means mourning. And I like how here the little raven is mourning his little raven friends. And it's a beautiful way to approach the death card, I think. Oh, the other thing, I don't know if you've noticed, the borders, some people have complained about bigger borders on it, but the borders themselves have artwork in them. See how there it mirrors the Scullies and the vines and the trees? So this is a deck that you don't want to trim. It's very well thought out and beautiful all around. The High Priestess as an owl, fantastic. You see that a lot though. The High Priestess is an owl, and this is the Hangman. And I have never seen a possum as a hangman, and I love. First of all, possums need more love. They eat ticks, and as a dog owner, we appreciate the you-know-what out of that. So good on you, Hangman. And look at how adorable he is with his little Mickey Mouse ears. Give your local possums more love. And then this is the Happy Squirrel card. Made famous by The Simpsons. I'm sure at some point, many years from now, somebody's going to be like, where did this Happy Squirrel card come from? I don't know. And they'll try to be like, oh, this is what they thought it meant in ancient Italy. And it's like, no. It happened in the 90s because of The Simpsons. I like to read the Happy Squirrel card as, well, it depends on the reading, but usually like kind of a tongue-in-cheek, somebody who likes to poke fun at themselves a little bit, doesn't take themselves too seriously. One thing I did want to point out is a little bit of similarity in the art between the 7 and 5 of Wands. I found it odd. I don't know if she caught this yet, but these two, like, the cards have similar meanings, but like this one, like, facing fears and protection and what have you, but these two animals are in the exact same pose, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I just thought I'd point it out for whatever reason, especially in the same suit. Both are odd numbers. Both are, it's not that. It was close enough for me to be like, hey, wait a minute. But yeah, it's still really cute. There's a hedgehog and a boar. Usually you don't see those two animals showing up in tarot decks either. So totally adorable. So yeah, it's a really cute deck. It's totally worth, I think it's cheaper if you buy it on GameCrafter than if you buy it on Etsy. It's like $34.99 if you buy it on GameCrafter. The thing that you do have to remember, though, is that GameCrafter has high shipping. So only order from GameCrafter if you plan on adding more decks to your order. Otherwise, do Etsy. Okay, now that we did like a little walkthrough with the deck, we'll do a 1-card draw. So, as you can see from the back, you can't tell whether or not the cards are right side up or upside down, but I don't think I will read reversals with this deck. I think I've got them all right side up, and I'm not going to encourage reversals in my shuffling, mostly because I feel like if authors intend their decks to be read in reverse, they should include reverse meanings in the, here's the bridge. So they should include the reverse meanings in their little white books, and she doesn't have any on the PDF. Someday I'll probably work in reversals a little bit more, but not until I really get a handle on just even the regular meanings, which going from deck to deck sometimes is kind of like crazy. So the cards are a nice size. They fit nicely into the hand for overhand shuffling. They're easy to hang on to. And yeah, okay, so I feel like that's probably enough shuffling. I've been using this deck a little bit already, so it's not like it's in alphabetical order or anything. So I cut the cards, and we've got Justice. And I'm going to refer, because she also has like some keywords for the animals, I'm going to refer to her PDF. That was really terrible. Sorry about the glare. Justice. Where did we go? There we go. Okay. So Justice. Hands meet and fingers intertwine. Understanding is shared in a simple touch. The realization that what we choose to do from here on out will be more important than we realize. This is the time to right wrongs, a time to change and balance. Things have become clear now. The chimpanzee. Keywords include adaptation, objectiveness, awareness, compassion, honor, and understanding. So yeah, she includes some keywords for the animals, and I don't know, like, I guess it fits for Justice. This is kind of weird for me. I don't know, like, I think her deck is going to require at least a little bit of study. I'm so used to seeing with Justice like the scales and what have you, so I don't know. It's still a good card. It speaks more to understanding than it does to actual justice. But yeah, no, it's a cute card. So I think it kind of just means like maybe kind of slow your roll, kind of check how you've been doing, and maybe make amends with any. Like now is a good time to make amends if you've kind of been a jerk to anybody lately. But yeah, no, this is a cute little card. So that was the Animism Tarot. Here again, here is the box. Here is yet another card. And actually, this is really funny. I drew this card from, I just pulled this one like off the top of the stack. I drew this one from an outtake earlier. So, yeah, it's a great little deck. It's totally worth the accolades. And definitely check it out. Thank you guys for watching my review of the Animism Tarot.